Hello everyone, today we'll talk about one of the major weight loss drugs family out there. It's the GLP-1 agonist family, including Wegovy, Ozempic, and the Zepbound and Mounjaro. Okay, there's slight differences among those drugs, and we'll try to break those differences down and try to see which is more efficient and how they work. Okay, so quick disclaimer: this is not medical advice. This is entertainment only for those with a medical condition. Please consult with your physician. So, GLP-1 agonist drugs have become very popular, not only for diabetic individuals, but also for the general population who wants to lose weight. Okay, so in the GLP-1 agonist family, we have brand names such as Wegovy, Ozempic, and it is very easy to understand how they work. So whenever we eat food, we release GLP-1, glucagon-like peptide 1 in our intestine, and this hormone basically tells the brain to decrease hunger, appetite, so we eat less. In the pancreas, we increase insulin release and decrease glucagon release, so we are more efficient with that. And in the stomach, it decreases gastric emptying, which means that the food stays there for longer and makes us feel full for longer, so we can eat less. And the GLP-1 hormone, which is naturally released when we eat food, is mimicked by those GLP-1 agonist drugs. So even without eating food, when we take these drugs, we tell our body we're putting this GLP-1 from the outside, and it has all these effects on the brain, pancreas, and the stomach to make us eat less. Okay? So this is the first category. Now we have a new category, which is also including the GLP-1 agonist, but on top of that, it adds the GIP, okay, the GIP component, which is the glucose-dependent insulinotropic polypeptide, okay? And this is basically new to Wegovy and Ozempic. So Wegovy and Ozempic, they only have GLP-1. And the tirzepatide, including Zepbound and Mounjaro, those are adding the GIP component. And this GIP component works in the pancreas by basically improving our insulin sensitivity, which is great for weight loss. And also in fat tissue, GIP-1 improves fat burning properties, and it doesn't only burn subcutaneous fat, so the fat restoring under the skin, but it also burns visceral fat, especially liver fat. So the fat we have stored in the liver, which can lead to major complications. Think about fatty liver disease, okay? So this property of adding the GIP-1, the glucose-dependent insulinotropic polypeptide, with this Zepbound and Mounjaro, adds the fat tissue burning properties also in the visceral area, which is very powerful. And we can see that reflected in the weight loss numbers. So when you look at the average weight patients lost on those drugs, we can see 5 to 10% of body weight. All those trials have been conducted somewhere between, I would say, 40 to 70 weeks. Okay, so there's not a specific number of weeks. It was all different trials, but in total, it was approximately similar length. And patients on Ozempic lost an average of 5 to 10% with this dosage of 1 milligram. So Wegovy is basically the same mechanism of action, but the dose is much higher. It's 2.4 milligrams. And here the patients lost on average 15%. Okay, so this is a big step up from Ozempic. Now, when we add the GIP component, and we are looking at drugs such as Zepbound, 50 milligrams led to 20 to 22.5% weight loss in those patients. And for Monjaro, which is the same dosage, 50 milligrams, it led to 16 to 22% of weight loss. So you can see that adding this GIP component to the GLP-1 component drastically increases the efficiency of fat loss for those drugs. Okay? So we can call this the newer generation of fat loss drugs because it's a dual approach to fat loss, not only the GLP-1 in the previous drugs. So you might be asking yourself, so how is the way of administration? It is basically the same, once weekly subcutaneous injections, and then you might ask yourself, is it much more expensive? Actually, no, it is basically the same price. I would say $1,000 or a little bit more dollars per month. All right, I hope this was helpful. Please let me know any questions and comments down below. Thank you for watching.